What you will need are the things you see here: a chair, any chair that you have available should make do, and your yoga mat. Okay, so let's do it. So you will begin by standing next to your chair. And just as you stand here in Tadasana, just really feel your feet on the ground. Right? Take the time to appreciate how symmetrical this pose Tadasana can be, and how that even in this symmetry, there is the nuances of how different each of our sides are. Right? So noticing which of your feet is more aware of the ground. And if you can bring that other foot that is not so much in touch of the ground and press that down a little bit more. If you recognize that. Otherwise, just maybe pressing both feet onto the ground, lifting up through the thighs, right? And then as you feel ready, bring the right leg up into a 90-degree angle. If you feel that you need the assistance of the chair, how wonderful, because it's right here for you. Yeah. So bring your right leg up and then bring it out to the side. You may want to step out a little bit now so that you can create with that chair as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. And then from here, from the inner groin, extend out to the inner knee and then down into the inner heel. From the outer heel, lift up to the knee, so the knee is very stable over that ankle, and then into the outer hip, so the outer hip draws in. And now from this, go ahead and reach the arms up, see beyond the right fingertips, and imagine that you are doing Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. And then even here, as you engage the leg, as you push down into that foot, you can experience a slight lifting of the lower belly off of the pelvic floor. And just allow that to begin to bring that awareness that you're going to need for your twist, which is most likely to be in an asymmetrical shape, but with the freedom to lift up. And then go ahead and bring the arms down, draw that leg back in, bring it down to the ground. And now you surely should be able to experience one leg slightly different than that right leg, a lot more enlivened, perhaps around the area of the hip because you just opened it up, right? So moving on to the other side, you may not need to turn your chair, but in any case, I will. Left leg comes up. And then you may find it's a little bit wobbly on this side where it wasn't on the other side. So you use the assistance of the chair. And you just work with that. Yeah, if there's instability around the ankle, you just be patient with it. Maybe it's here that you go. Maybe you use the chair to bring that other leg up. Okay, or maybe you just float it up. Wherever you are, there will only be progress from where you are, provided you continue with the practice, right? So here too, scoot yourself out enough that you have this wonderful 90-degree angle here. And then again, from the inner groin, extend out through the knee and then down into the inner heel. So really press down there. And then from the outer heel, lift up into the knee and then drawing that outer hip in slightly more. So it's like the entire leg is pulling away from the perineum, right? So from the very base of the spine, you want to find that stability that lifts your torso up. Actually, go ahead and bring your arms into Urdhva Hastasana. Good. And then lengthen that leg out and away. So push the foot away as if you could push the chair away. Maybe you can, but you don't want to. Just isometrically do this work. So push it away. Notice the muscles that work there. Pull it in. Notice the muscles that work there will be more of your hamstring, right? And then from the pelvic floor, lift up as you push down into that foot. And then bring the arms up. Your drishti beyond the left fingertips. Envisioning your warrior 2 here. So we're just creating the foundation to go into our twists. And then go ahead and draw that left leg up and bring it back down. Notice the sensation. And then let's go ahead and lean forward, facing the chair. Take your hands to the there's a little crease here, a space in between for the handles. Go ahead and place your hands there, pushing out through your hands. Begin to walk your legs back. Lift your heels up and bend your knees a lot here, and use the assistance of the chair, not to push into it, right? Because you might fall. The chair is not stable for that, but to work more through the area of the glutes. So pushing out through the hips while at the same time drawing the outer hips in. And then through that work that you're doing with the legs, lifting up through the heels as well, allow your spine to decompress a little bit more. And then from here, go ahead and straighten the legs and bring the heels down, and maybe walk your feet back a little bit further into more of a downward facing dog position. Yeah. Engaging up through your thighs. Maybe lift all 10 toes up. Make sure that those thigh muscles just above your knees are truly engaged, moving back into the bone, to the femur bone, and lifting the femur bone up, bones up into the base of your pelvis. Yeah, as you release more through the torso, the armpits are broad, the tips of the shoulders are moving back towards the waistline. And then from the abdomen, the low abdomen, you're lengthening forward as you did while you were standing. So that similar shape of Urdhva Hastasana arms, right? Because that's what you have here now. But still really working the legs more. For this will help you with the twists, having that base, having that foundation. And then go ahead, as you're ready, walk your feet in a little bit closer. So you are in this Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold pose, with the spine long, right? From the low belly, you're lengthening. And then here, from the inner groin, I want you to begin to pick that right leg up. Now notice at the moment that it begins to turn out, right? Because the outer hip wants to do the work, it's stronger. I invite you to instead really focus on lifting up from the inner groin. In fact, from the inner groin, extend out into the inner heel of that leg. Push down to the leg that you're standing on and lengthen out through the leg that is kicking up. Now go ahead and bend that left knee and notice if you can bring that right leg up a little bit higher. Continue to extend and continue to work that thigh muscle just as much as you were in your dog pose. And then from here, keep that right leg where it is as you re-straighten that left leg. And then from all this engagement of the legs, again, the torso, you're very much interested in lengthening it. And then bring that leg back down. You may notice that you feel quite a lot of activity in that. And then let's go ahead now, locate the inner groin of that left leg. And then from the inner groin of that left leg, extend out into the inner heel as you lift the leg up. Go as far as you can, but engage through the thigh, right? So you really want to find that extension. So engaging all of the muscles in the leg. And then bend your right leg a bit. See if you can take it a little bit further out. And now re-straighten that right leg and keep that left leg up high as it is. Pushing down through the right, extending out through the left. And then finding symmetry through your pelvic floor as you lengthen the torso forward towards the head of the chair. So you're with your arms, you're not dumping into the arms, right? You're just kind of pulling out. So I'm pulling the two sides of the chair out. And then the low abdomen lengthening out forward. Bring that leg down. And now let's go ahead and do another downward facing dog. Very light on the torso and heavy on the legs. So as you move into that, release the head. Lengthen the hips. Broaden through the collarbones. Broaden through the armpits. Send the tips of the shoulders back towards the waistline. And most of all, breathe. Find ease. You are engaging, yes, and you're asking to bring your attention to a number of details. But the most valuable thing that you do here is to proceed with ease and caution and wisdom. And that wisdom comes really from within. Body, is it okay for me to go further? Or do you want me to stay right where we are? Or do you want me to back off a little bit, right? Always communicating with the body so that you can treat it well. Know what it needs, and then come on up. And again, just back into that Tadasana position where we started, checking in to see how it feels. All right, so we go into our first twist. It will be a seated twist, fairly gentle twist. Chair facing this way so I can keep an eye on you all. And legs are in a 90-degree angle here to start. And then you're going to pick up that right leg and bring it out to the side. And the idea is to work the legs as in a way that is as active as when you did that standing one variation of warrior two, right? So you're not just having your legs here. You are going from the inner groins of both legs, in fact, out into the knee and pressing down towards the ground. From the outer heels, you're lifting up into the knees and then out into the glutes. So the glutes draw in as the inner groins extend out, but it's all very much filled with awareness, pushing out through the feet isometrically without actually moving them, pulling in through the feet, similar idea here, and then bringing the arms up in Urdhva Hastasana. So here, as you bring the arms up, the arms an extension of the spine, so consider lifting from the pelvic floor, again, from the perineum, lifting everything up as you reach the arms up. And then from here, begin to rotate in the direction of the back of the chair, okay? And you want to do this mindfully because you notice that as you begin to rotate, the leg may want to come with you, right? The back leg. So you really want to keep that foundation so that you have more freedom to twist. So then take that right arm to the back of the chair. Once you find it, use the hand as a hook to encourage that right side, the side that is closer to the back of the chair, to lift up more. Broaden through the shoulder, reach the left arm up. Take a nice deep breath in here. Find ease, even in this moment where there's a great deal that you are engaging, that you are considering in your mind, right? Talk about multitasking. There's a lot that's going on here. So while all of this demand is in place, can you be gentle with yourself? That's the practice in this moment. Take another deep breath in. And then take your hand to the back of the chair, whatever your chair may look like, and encourage those left ribs, the ribs that are further away from the chair, to move forward. Forward. This is forward, right? Towards me. Encourage the right ribs to move, the ones closer to the chair, to move back. And don't lose the legs. Keep those legs going. Broadening through the shoulders again. Finding ease in the area of the neck. Breathe. And then one more exhalation as you unravel a little bit further into the twist. And inhale back to center. So I'll move the chair over to the other side. It's up to you how you want to do it. Maybe you just want to listen and keep on where you are. Both legs in a 90-degree angle again, and this time your left leg is going to come out to the side. Okay? So here once more, before you rush into the motion that you were in on the other side, be mindful that the depth that you were able to cultivate on that side was precisely because you took the time with the base, with the foundation. So from the inner groins, extend out into the inner heels, push that down. From the outer heels, lift up to the knee and to the outer hips, draw in. And then from the perineum, lift everything up. Everything, I mean the entire torso, yeah? That which you are going to be twisting. So rooting down through the legs, so you have the stability to free yourself through the spine. Go ahead and rotate towards the left leg, towards me, if you're facing me, of course. And then from here, lift up a little bit higher, but recognizing that the arms are an extension of the spine. So you're not here, right? You really are like connect to the waistline on the right side as you lift that right arm up. Connect to the waist on the left side as you bring that left arm up. Good. Consider holding something precious in your arms that you want to lift up a little bit higher. And make sure that you don't compromise your neck in the way, right? That's why I'm moving my head a little bit side to side. All right, so then from here, take that left arm to the base of the chair, grab a hold of the hook or hook your arm onto that to encourage that left side to move to the back of the chair a little bit more. And then encourage the right side to revolve a little bit further so that maybe you can get a hold of the chair with the right arm. Take a nice deep breath in here, rooting down through the legs. Your legs should be feeling all this, yeah? Even though they're just like here. They should be feeling this like as if you were doing a warrior pose. Root down through those legs to find that freedom to lift from the perineum all the way up and through. Recognizing your torso as the trunk of a tree, right? With those beautiful circles that it gains each year. Broader and broader, wider and wider. So through the back, you just continue to broaden, continue to widen as you twist. As you twist, the back of the neck is free. There's ease in the engagement. Yeah? There's no forcing. There's no tension. There is ease. To find that takes practice, but consider the invitation as you practice now. Take a nice deep breath in, and on the out breath, twist a little further. Inhale back to center. And draw that left leg in. Notice how it feels.